Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life here with Ryan and Briggs. I'm Hunter. Thanks for joining us here on this lovely Tuesday. I'm slowly getting more and more lines. I got to read the top thing. That was awesome.
And you did it with some great energy too.
Ready to go. Let's go.
You
Let's
brought
get the show. Thank you very much.
We've been trying to find a balance of how many lines is too many lines for Hunter on the prompter, you know. But I think the first one you get to practice it a couple of times before we come live.
Exactly. It's perfect. So yeah, I'm definitely not used to reading prompters. I'm learning as we go, which is something. So like I said, I think that one was a success so far. Let's go.
We'll see how it goes for the rest of Hunter's lines today.
Cross your fingers here, folks.
Well, coming up today, I'm leading these two on another blindfold shoot. They're going to be serving up more than just smiles, being put to the test in front of a few familiar faces.
You're not going to want to miss that one. It's awfully tasty.
Yep.
Plus, if you have Halloween decorations up at your home, there's a reason why dogs are barking at them. And we're going to be learning more about that today with young Harry there.
Aww.
Yeah,
he's all scared.
Is a funny video.
And CJ, too.
There's CJ.
Guest.
Yes, I'm excited.
But first, we didn't have a chance to talk about it much on Monday. As I was sitting in the studio on Friday, these two were having an absolute blast over at the Bayfield Apple Fest. How was that, you two?
Mm-hmm.
That was a blast. Look at that photo. All those people making this thing happen.
Fun.
That was so cool. Yeah, I didn't envy you, Ryan, being back in the studio, but we got to try all sorts of different foods. I brought Briggs some strawberry fry bread.
I know. I was like, Hunter delivers us some strawberry fry bread, and I'm like, Hunter, this is Apple Fest. He chose the wrong fruit, but that's okay. It was still delicious. And yeah, we had a great time. As you can see, Hunter pointed out that big crew that it took to make those shows happen. And that wasn't even everybody either. There were so many more people who put in a lot of work.
Yep.
Ryan had to watch all the fun from here at the station. But someone's got to do it.
Exactly.
One of the funniest parts, too, about sitting in the studio, like running through the prompter, so they have the prompter to read off of, was when Adam Lorch was up on the camera. Way in the back, you could still hear Hunter laughing. Adam would be just trying to deliver his weather, and Hunter's like a block away talking to somebody, just laughing so loudly. And I'm sitting in the studio going, Hunter, no.
I'm listening to my ear. All of a sudden, I hear Dan start talking about my laugh. I'm like, oh, they can actually hear me. I should probably not be so loud in life.
And you got to bop around to a lot of the vendors below and interview people. So how was that?
The fry bread, like we talked about, was fantastic. And then I found this random place that had nothing to do with apples. They were a garlic stand, and they had garlic bread candles. And they smelled exactly like garlic bread. Yes. It was the craziest thing. And I bought one, and I have it somewhere. It's somewhere around here. But I'm going to gift it to Ryan. Wanted one, so I got Ryan one.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Might have to bring it in tomorrow to smell it.
There we go.
Give my opinion on it.
I wish we had smell-o-vision. That would be the
I hope so.
You had a gig, too, after those shows. You were a busy worker on Friday. How'd it go?
Insane. It was awesome. Yeah, we played over at Hoops Dockside in Bayfield. That was a ton of fun, getting to meet a ton of people. Then we drove all the way over to Beaver Bay that night. So we got in at like 4 in the morning on Saturday, slept most of the day, and then had another gig on Saturday. Sunday was just chill, relax, try to sleep a little bit. It was a great weekend overall.
Just a traveling man.
Yeah, it was.
And speaking of traveling, we saw some running this weekend because Briggs, you got to wake up early Saturday morning to do the emceeing for the Duluth Women's 10-mile or the Bridge the Gap race. How was that?
It was fantastic. I wasn't as exhausted as Hunter, but we got up early, myself and the runners did. It started at Hawk Ridge. It was cold on Saturday morning, but it ended up being a perfect day to run that distance because you kind of warmed up along the way, but you didn't get too hot. And yeah, it was great. I got to interview a lot of fun folks at the finish line talking about their mission to help bridge the gap, whether that's a pay gap or an accessibility gap for women. And they raised a whole lot of money too for those causes, which was awesome. And I believe donations are still open until Wednesday.
Lovely.
Yeah,
lovely.
so if you'd like to give to the Bridging the Gap Fund, there's some more info on the Duluth Running Company's website. So super great cause, super great run. My sister ran.
Nice.
She had a blast. Yeah, she looked a little tired at the end, but that's the sign of a good race, I think.
As we would also be probably pretty tired.
I wouldn't make it.
Like that, yeah.
I was glad I was just talking and not running.
Right.
It was a good trade-off.
But you've ran that one before, haven't you?
I actually have not run it.
You haven't ran that one
particular
before.
race. No, this was the 3rd year of the race, and I was like, this year I'm going to run it. And then they needed some help announcing,
cool.
and so I was like, well, I can help out in that way, I suppose. Maybe next year.
That's
Cool. Well, it's also a big day for Bears fans today. We're not talking about football, though. That's because a winner will be crowned today to cap off a Fat Bear Week.
What?
Yeah. It's all to celebrate their annual pre-hibernation weight gain. Alaska's Katmai National Park hosts a yearly online competition putting the heftiest heavyweights head-to-head.
Nice.
Online voters have been using a March Madness-style bracket to vote daily over the past week or so. Now, today is Fat Bear Tuesday, where a champion is going to be crowned tonight. Last year, more than 1 million votes were cast. So if you want to still vote, I believe voting closes at 8 o'clock Central Time tonight.
Yeah.
So it was so fun. I went on their website, and this year they had like a scrolly thing where you could see the bear in how it looked in the spring coming off hibernation. Very thin bear. And then you could scroll the picture. Very large bear on the other side.
Bear.
It was so cute. My favorite bear, though, 747, got eliminated. He was a past two-time champion. I know.
Why was that your favorite, though?
Because he just was so fluffy and chunky. I just loved him. And his name was so appropriate, too. 747, because he was as big as a 747.
Like a plane, like a big old jet.
Yes.
But I think us in the news, too, whenever Fat Bear Week rolls around, we go, okay, it's another great time of year.
Yes, it is.
And from one competition to another, the Minnesota Twins return home today as they look to take a Game 3 win at Target Field. After dropping Game 1 in Houston, the Twins were fun to watch as they handed it to the Astros on Sunday. The tickets for both Games 3 and 4 in Minneapolis are sold out. The starting pitch is set for 3 p.m. And once again, if you're watching us at 6:30, hopefully we're already celebrating. So the hope is, since it's a best-of-5 series, the Twins can win both here. We don't have to go back to Houston for a Game 5.
Is Carol going?
Carol, I don't know. I'll have to text her.
Okay.
Carol and Jeff, we'll see. Yeah.
Big fans. All right, coming up, you're not going to want to miss this blindfold. All right, it's another blindfold day on Northern Life. We are blindfolding both Ryan and Hunter today, so it should be a really fun one. Back in their morning show days, they used to love going to get breakfast at Bridgeman's restaurant. So we're gonna see if they like it so much when the tables are turned a bit.
Hi, Brad. Hi, where are you?
Where are you?
Hey, there you are. Hi.
Oh, geez. Oh, no.
Okay.
Hi, Ryan. I think I'm going to go with Ryan. I think we're going to
Oh my God.
I think we're going to make food.
Hold on to your breakfast.
Some kind of food.
No, if I'm coming to the road, I definitely think we're going up Lake Avenue right now.
No.
No.
Keep walking through the door.
This way?
Yeah, there's the door. I'm holding it open.
Good?
Yep.
We're at Bridgeman. We're at Bridgeman.
You guys get to be servers. Hi,
How are you doing? Ah.
Here you go, boys.
Thank
you very much.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, we'll get some coffee and refill in cups.
Okay. A little coffee?
Thank you very much.
Make sure I don't spill.
You want some more coffee?
Oh, are we going to be on Northern?
I think you are.
It's going all right. Drinks are easy. When it comes to menu questions, Rob threw Hunter a real big one asking 3 cheeses in that omelet. I have no clue.
There's 3 cheeses in the omelet.
Yes.
Tell me all 3.
Yeah, American, cheddar, and Swiss. Monterey Jack. It's pretty good. We haven't spilled anything. No one's angry as far as I know. And this table over here is a little rowdy, but we're taking care of them as much as we can.
I was a busser at one point, never a server, so hopefully some skills are transferable. But carrying the food out is probably going to be a hard one.
Let's go. We're battle tested. This is another lesson. Another win. This is another blessing. On our way to number 1, won't accept nothing less than. We all confident, so ain't no point in stressing.
Cody had a problem with the service.
Cody!
Get the manager.
I think they're doing wonderful, and they're sure making my job fun.
How'd it go?
I think it went pretty good. I think it went well. Big surprise. I think it was when we started on the morning show. We decided, hey, we should do this as a weekly thing. So we came to Bridgeman's over and over, and after all these years, to see it's still a tradition that our team goes to Bridgeman's in the morning.
Seriously, shout out to Cynthia, who's been our waitress through the whole thing too. I mean, it's amazing the work that these folks have to do, and they do a really good job.
I enjoy seeing these guys a lot, so they've been kind of a joy over the last few years to wait on. So they make our morning lively.
And we're very blessed to be able to come here and hang out with these people.
Okay, so Ryan and Hunter, do you think they're hired or fired?
They're hired.
Another hard-fought win. One more with
Oh, that was my first time seeing that. That was so cute.
Isn't that great?
Oh, I loved it. Did you guys have fun, or what did we think of the
We had
blindfold?
a good time. You can definitely, like I said early on, you could definitely tell when you're going up Lake Avenue if you've driven it up enough times because you hit those bumps and bumps. But I thought we were in Hermantown at least, so good job keeping it a secret for.
I was trying to be sneaky. I was even going to go like maybe all the way around through Proctor or something, but we were kind of running out of time. I was like, we got to get to Bridgeman's. As you saw, we had a bunch of our coworkers waiting for you guys to serve them there. So
that part was cool. I was kind of thankful that we didn't wait on just random people, that we knew the people that we were waiting on.
That's
so
true.
when we inevitably make a ton of mistakes, it's going to be the people that we know and love. So, and we love everybody, but I mean, we knew these people, they would have been more accepting maybe of our mistakes.
I mean, I don't know though. I was pretty impressed by both of you guys. You knew the menu well. Someone tossed out to Hunter, what are the 3 cheeses in that omelet? And you were just like, boom, boom, boom. I think you knew the garbage omelet.
I did.
Yeah.
I got a question about the garbage can omelet, which is my favorite thing, and I knew every single ingredient. It wasn't too bad. I think we might have a weekend job or something.
Well, you used to be a server.
I did.
Like Pizza Hut.
But you've never done that before. That
I've
was
never
your first
done it.
time.
No, the one time I tried to serve it, I used to work at the Olive Garden by the mall.
Oh.
And one time I accidentally dumped a whole tray of waters onto a table. So that was the gist of my serving experience.
Oh,
but
my gosh.
like we said too in the story, Bridgeman's has been super important to us when we used to be on the morning show together because you get done with the show from 5 to 7 a.m. And then you just get to say, hey, let's go get breakfast on this Tuesday.
Yep.
So like Cynthia has been our server for that entire time.
4 or 5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time being with her, and doing that also just makes you appreciate the job itself, just how difficult it is to A, remember everything, and then B, just do all of the activities, everything that you have to do, and mingle with the people, and it makes you appreciate their work that they're doing, because that is a lot of work, to be honest with you.
And a big thanks from me to Bridgeman's. I reached out to them and I was like, hey, crazy idea. I have Ryan and Hunter here who are big fans, and they were like, say no more.
Nice.
They let us
We'd
do
love
it.
to have them come. Yeah,
It was very nice.
Worked with Emily there, one of the owners, and she was fantastic. So they do really have a good team. And we saw a video of that malt, the ice cream malt that you brought out. Those things are real.
Yeah.
They are.
That is a real malt
huge.
right there, yeah.
You got to put together the cotton candy on top too.
That was so cool, swirling that thing around.
I
and then
didn't know
putting
you
that-
got to actually do that.
It was so cool. You pour the sugar in there, and then all of a sudden, just like magic, it just appears in the air, and you got to swing this thing around and make this huge thing. Matt Rasmussen, who ate that whole thing
At like 8 in the morning.
I don't know how he does that, but that's kudos to him, I guess.
Pretty wild, pretty wild. And hey, things are about to get spooky here. That's because we're hearing from Harry LaSavage about the frightening additions to his neighborhood. Stay here on Northern Life.
Well, as we get closer to Halloween, not everybody is super excited about all the decorations and costumes out there, and that includes my dog Harry and CJ. Take a listen. It's hard to make out, but in the background there's a very large, like, inflatable black cat. And it's so funny because it was like an animated cat, and he was moving his head back and forth, and Harry did not like that. Before this part of the video, it was like a whole minute of him just like barking, and I'm like, Harry, stop it. Yeah, it's way up there with the other decorations.
That would be scary if you were a dog.
I know, he probably thought it was like a bear or something, poor guy. This is just on a walk in our neighborhood, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Someone came out and was like, what's going on out here? Why is there so much commotion? And I was like, it's just my dog barking at an inflatable cat. Don't worry about it.
Why do your dogs hate my house?
It's all your house. It's your cat.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
So when Harry does something like that, how does he not just pull you around? He's a huge dog.
That's a great question, Hunter. Yeah. But luckily he has this sort of collar on that if he does pull a little bit, it kind of, like pokes him just a little bit so that I don't get dragged down the street, because he is a strong boy. But I have also, we have it down where I've got my grip tight so that he doesn't pull me too hard. And we've had some pretty good training, which I believe we're going to talk about later this week.
I think we are. But there is actually a reason why dogs don't care for those Halloween decorations, because according to doghowto.com, dogs bark at Halloween decorations because they're highly sensitive that can easily be triggered to react to their surroundings, and some may perceive those decorations as threats, and so then they're barking to either defend you or themselves. And so you may also find dogs barking at decorations because they're excited, and some are also highly territorial, and they may view them as an intrusion on their territory. The more you know.
Yeah.
That's all Harry right there. That's beautiful.
Great Pyrenees. He's a Great Pyrenees, and they are pretty much, guard dogs. They were bred to guard livestock, and so I think anytime he sees a larger animal, he's like, I gotta defend my flock, my flock of sheep, which is me, I guess.
That makes sense. Yep.
Also for Harry too, he's a big dog, so like seeing something bigger than him,
yeah,
you gotta be terrifying.
And not just anything, it's a cat. So dogs, I think, normally don't like cats for the most part, right? So it's this huge cat thing that I don't blame Harry at all for barking at that thing.
He's never met a cat in person, but he's seen some out on walks, and that is often when he pulls the hardest.
Wow.
And it's so weird because I think he doesn't really like huskies, like husky dogs. And I think it's kind of because they might look like a wolf. I don't know. My dog is no livestock guardian, but maybe it's deep ingrained in his mind.
I bet it is.
That
it's the
he's
DNA.
like, yeah, I got to defend the flock from this husky wolf.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Wow.
And while Harry might be a little hesitant towards these Halloween times, it sounds like Briggs, your mom, is fully in the Halloween fall spirit right now.
Yes, bless her. She came over and decorated my fall porch, or my porch to be full, I guess you could say. And she made those nice window boxes for me too. Yeah, she loves decorating. So she just said, I'm gonna come over and do your window box. I was like, okay, that's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, but Harry was much more welcoming of these decorations. He was sniffing the pumpkin this morning.
Sure.
So that was cute. I was like, well, maybe we'll have to carve a pumpkin together.
Did I see that your mom's also like now doing a little wedding decoration too?
She helped her friend, yes, do a wedding at the atrium in Solon Springs this weekend. She had a great time.
Good on you,
Jill. There we go.
Yeah. Good on you.
Yes. Well, we have to take a break now, but coming up, we're going to be looking ahead to more fall fun. That's coming up tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, we got a plan for tomorrow.
Okay.
Actually, it starts tonight for me.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to head to the grocery store tonight. I'm going to grab some of the best pumpkin spice related items, whether that's desserts. I saw breakfast cereal pumpkin spice related, so I think I'm going to bring them in. We're going to try them on air, see which ones are the best, which ones are the worst. Maybe put them in order in terms of that, and let's see what happens. But I got a little party in front of me tonight, getting all that stuff.
I'm excited for the party that's going to come out of your party tomorrow. Hunter and I get to benefit from your grocery store.
Yes, we do.
And I think probably some coworkers too when I put that stuff out on the community table after we're done with it.
They don't really need that. Just leave it up here. We'll eat it throughout the rest of the day. That sounds perfect to me.
There's a lot of different pumpkin spice things, though, I've been seeing.
I know.
You said you saw cereal?
Cereal?
Okay.
I know, might try to get like that Wendy's pumpkin spice frosty.
Oh, please
I don't know how I'm going to do that earlier in the morning.
Just going to be a puddle of Wendy's frosty.
Here's some Wendy's cold soup. Yeah.
Which I'd still eat.
I would take it,
I was going to say I'd probably still drink it. Yeah, maybe like a coffee cream or two. I don't know.
Okay.
So just be ready for tomorrow.
Well, I'm excited for tomorrow.
Right.
We could do this themed for the seasons regularly.
Definitely could. As long as it involves food, I'm in.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.